The strength of the family, like the strength of an army, lies in its loyalty to each other. Revenge is a dish that tastes best when served cold. Never show anger, its slight tell nothing. Earned respect from everyone by deeds, not words. A friend should always underestimate your virtues, in an enemy overestimate your faults. He'd always been a man who followed his head and not his heart. A man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man. Falling in love is great, but being in love is a disaster. The lawyer with the briefcase can steal more money than the man with the gun. Michael could never remember his father ever having uttered a word about death, as if the Don respected death too much to philosophizing about it. I don't trust society to protect us. I have no intention of placing my fate in the hands of men whose only qualification is that they manage to con a block of people to vote for them. You can't hide the thunderbolt. When it hits you, everybody can see it. You cannot say no to the people you love. In Sicily, women are more dangerous than shotguns. Italians have a little joke that the world is so hard a man must have two fathers to look after him, and that's why they have godfathers. We are a family, and the loyalty of the family must come before anything and everyone else. Never let anyone know what you're thinking. It was not perhaps the warmest friendship in the world. They would not send each other Christmas gift greetings, but they would not murder each other. Accidents don't happen to people who take accidents as a personal insult. It's dangerous to be an honest man. Behind every successful fortune there is a crime. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Life is like a box of hand grenades. You never know what will blow you to kingdom. Never get angry, never make a threat. Reason with people. Fredo, you're my older brother, and I love you, but don't ever take sides against the family. What is past, never go back. Not for excuses, not for... Women and children can afford to be careless, men cannot. Love is like the little red toy wagon you get for your Christmas or your 6th birthday. But let me say this, I am a superstitious man, a ridiculous failing, but I must confess it here. Many young men started down a false path to their true destiny. Time and fortune usually set them the right. Let us be separated by wars and pestilence, death, madness, but not by the passing of time. Time erodes gratitude more quickly than it does beauty. Forgive, forget. Life is full of misfortunes. A man who is not a father to his children can never be a real man. Our wears out those who do not have it. We are all honorable men here. We do not have to give each other assurances, as if we were lawyers. What a wicked world it is that drives a man to send. There are things that have to be done, and you do them, and you never talk about them. Any man can turn traitor. She was the only person in the world who could make him act against his own nature. Mothers are like cops, they always believe the worst. Life is a comical business, and there's nothing funnier than love traveling through time. We don't know if capital punishment as a deterrent, but we know that men we execute will not murder again. Tell my father I wish to be his son. Everything you do in life, use percentage is your God. And in that fraction of a second before anything actually happened, Centeno Corleone knew he was a dead man. The man's first duty is to keep himself alive, then comes when everyone calls honor. Some honorable men spend their whole life preparing for a supreme act of treachery. Nothing was more calming, more conducive to pure reason than the atmosphere of money. Your enemies always get strong on what you leave behind. I believe in friendship, and I'm willing to show my friendship first. Actions define demand, words were a fart in the wind. Everyone is responsible for everything he does. Never hate your enemies, it affects your judgment. The fact of the matter is that I wanted to hold a grudge in some funny kind of way against everybody. A man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous. You let women dictate your actions and they are not competent in this world. Oh, certainly they will be saints in heaven while we men burn in hell. Among reasonable men, problems of business could always be solved.